Picture this. A massive jaguar, terror of the Amazon jungle, approaches a river for a drink. Suddenly there's a snort. Seriously? Yes, some audacious otter is standing knee-deep in water, snorting at a predator that could knock it out with one swipe. But you know what's most surprising? The jaguar turns around and leaves. What's going on here? Since when did river otters become so hardcore that they can chase away one of the planet's most dangerous predators? Want to know why the jaguar fled? Because it encountered a giant otter. And that's not just a fancy name. Just imagine. 5.5 feet long, 66 pounds of pure muscle, a tail like a sledgehammer, and jaws that can crush anything. Razor-sharp hearing, sniper vision, and a bloodhound's sense of smell. And the scariest part? These aquatic killers can roll up to 20 deep in one gang. Oh, pardon me, I meant family. Although, you know what? Gang is exactly the right word. Know what local people call the giant otter? Water jaguar. And that's no exaggeration. Throughout recorded history, there's only been one documented case of a jaguar successfully killing a giant otter. And that's only because it was alone and on land, basically caught in the wrong neighborhood without its gang. And have you ever seen a pack of otters attack a crocodile? No? Oh, then you're missing out. Picture a scene from some gangster movie. The crocodile, this river boss, is just cruising along, minding its business. Then, bam! One otter head pops up from the water, then another, then a third. You're in the wrong neighborhood, pal. What follows is so intense that even National Geographic shows it with caution. Otters attack from all sides, biting, diving, wearing down their opponent. The crocodile has thick skin? No problem. They just exhaust it until its muscles fill with lactic acid and give out. And then, let's just say that crocodile won't be swimming into foreign territory ever again. And you know what's most interesting? These gangs have a clear hierarchy. An alpha female always leads. She's like the godmother from The Godfather. Decides who to attack, who to protect, watches over the offspring, and keeps the whole group in line. And the male? Oh, he's like a loyal capo regime, marking territory and patrolling it with other gang members. But maybe they only attack large predators? Ha! If only. In the Bronx, can you believe it, right in New York City, a group of otters once drowned a monkey. Just because. For no reason. The monkey fell in the water and the otters thought, why not? And this isn't an isolated incident. At Bristol Zoo, they killed and ate a golden tamarin. An endangered species, by the way. Seems like otters don't care about endangered species lists. And you know what's even cooler? They hunt anacondas. Yes, those huge snakes that normal animals run from like they're on fire. But an otter walks up and starts sniffing it. Like, is this really that scary anaconda everyone talks about? Let me sniff again, and once more, and again. And this isn't some collective madness. Even a lone otter might act this way. Now let's talk about their hunting menu. Fish? That's just an appetizer. Crabs? A snack at best. Snakes? Make it a double. Seriously though, they eat absolutely everything that moves in their territorial waters. And you know what's most terrifying? They always start with the head. Just like in those mafia movies. No chances of survival. Even humans aren't safe from their aggression. In Florida, there was a story about an otter that attacked first a French bulldog named Scooter, then his owner, 17-year-old Gwen. And you know what? The phrase, "I survived an otter attack," sounds like a joke until it happens to you. Fortunately, the girl's mother came to help, and it ended with just a few scratches and bites. But imagine what would have happened if the otter had decided to call its friends. How about giant turtles? You know, those with powerful jaws that can crush anything. Against a gang of otters, they have about as much chance as a snowman in a sauna. They barely even resist, apparently understanding the futility of it all. But you know who really should strike fear into otters? Geese. Yes, those hissing demons that terrorize parks and chase people trying to bite their tender parts. But even these feathered terrorists are just another snack for otters. Oh look, delivery's here. The most amazing thing in this whole story is that giant otters share the South American continent with 3 other otter species: Neotropical river, southern river, and marine otters. And you know what? All the other otters are so sweet and shy. It's like evolution decided, okay, this species will be gentle and charming. this one playful and friendly, and this one's gonna be a gangster. And these aquatic gangsters are so good at what they do that even while being endangered, yes, imagine that, they still keep all nearby waterways in fear. It's like watching a documentary about Al Capone's last days, but he's still somehow controlling all of Chicago. Now imagine, you're walking along a riverbank, see a log and think, oh, perfect spot for a selfie. Then it turns out that log is the local Otter Mafia's favorite hangout spot. And suddenly, whiskered faces emerge from the water with expressions like, hey buddy, are you lost? At that moment, there's only one thing to do, run. And preferably don't look back, because the sight of a pursuing otter gang might seriously traumatize your psyche. But you know what's most amusing about this whole story? These ruthless river gangsters are still otters after all, and sometimes they behave like typical members of their family, playing with pebbles, rolling on their backs in the water, having water fights, just doing it on a somewhat larger scale. Imagine a biker gang that, after a hard day, suddenly pulls out soap bubbles and starts joyfully popping them. That's roughly the impression playing giant otters make. Speaking of scale, did you know that one otter family's territory can reach the size of a small town? And they know every inch of this territory like the back of their paw. They have favorite fishing spots, cozy resting corners, special toilets. Yes, they're very organized gangsters. And even something like playgrounds where youngsters learn all the intricacies of otter racketeering. Watching these amazing creatures, you start to understand that nature has an excellent sense of humor. It took the cute mustelid family, enlarged one member to teenager size, gave it rhinoceros strength, pit bull character, and mafia clan organization, then looked at the result and said, yeah, that'll do. And you know what? Maybe that's for the best. In a world where humans increasingly intrude into natural territories, where forests are being cut down and rivers polluted, sometimes you need someone who can stand up for themselves. Even if that someone is a gang of giant otters capable of chasing away a jaguar and making a crocodile regret its life choices. After all, next time you see a cute video of otters holding paws so they don't drift apart in the current, remember, somewhere in South America's rivers live their cousins who could teach street smarts to Tony Soprano himself. And maybe that's why nature still maintains some balance, because even the cutest creatures have relatives you'd better not mess with. See you soon.